today. From Soldier Field in Chicago.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his first pass is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for Chicago, Daz Newsome. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
What was that, man?
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And off comes to Montgomery. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 105 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Stop your whining.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Here's Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to him on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They got to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 58, boys, 58.
Hands it off out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here comes Newsom. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A give. This is Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Throwing after the interception. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. To throw is Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on fourth down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, it's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Herbert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Herbert. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always...
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
That's not good enough, man.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Fields on first down. And oh, he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Now Herbert following the turnover. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Get him. 58 is the mic. 58.
From the 27, Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and run for it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Right there. 54 mic. Ready?
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin by looking at division rivals in the AFC West, as it's Las Vegas heading up to take on Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Najee Harris. 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The 49ers were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Chicago. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2nd down and 8. Here's Fields. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Montgomery. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Newsome. He's got it. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 31, Herbert. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Newsome now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch quick.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
52's the mic.
Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Chris Rumpf in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. From the 44, Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack.
Touchdown, Chargers! Caden Smith from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Watch the screen. 49's the mic.
On first down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. One play action, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. A pass taken in by Newsome. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Fields. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 2nd down now, Herbert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
43 is the mic.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Steps away. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 13. Check 13.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The tackle by Robert Quinn. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. You don't want none. Hatch it. Hatch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Mike's 49.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 49, 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Fields on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Again, Fields. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Rumph picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So, for the Chargers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.